Thank you. I'm here today to speak with you together with Dr. Luigi Gratton. We've known each other for a very long time. Dr. Luigi, who is now part of Herbalife, was my student starting in 1989, and he was in my nutrition class. One of the finest students, if I may say so, an A student.
Thank you.
Who became a teaching assistant in my class. He was also, at that time, a fitness instructor. And when I'm through speaking, he's going to give you some examples of that and allow you all to stretch after you're through listening to me. And he was really smart, and I said, you know, Luigi, you really should go to medical school. So he went to Mount Sinai Medical School. He came back to UCLA, and he was a research fellow in our center, where we have the Mark Hughes Laboratory for Cellular Molecular Nutrition. And at the end of his research, Dr. Luigi came to me and he told me that he didn't want to just be a professor in the laboratory. He wanted to help people all over the world. And he said he wanted to go into practice. And I said there's a much better way for you to help millions of people around the world. And that way is Herbalife. So today, Dr. Luigi is Vice President of Medical Affairs and Education for Herbalife and directs our Medical Advisory Board. And my role as Chairman of the Medical and Scientific Advisory Board is to work with the wonderful people at Herbalife under the leadership of Michael Johnson and Dr. Stephen Hennig, our new Chief Scientific Officer, to give you the absolutely best products in the world. Now, why are products important? Why are we starting with products this morning? Because the business starts with the products. You get a result from taking the product, and then you can tell other people about the result that you got. And the reason you're going to get the result is this is the very best product in the world. The very first day I came to Herbalife, I looked at the ingredients on this product, and it had the very best soy protein in the world. One that I had done research on for more than 10 years. So these products are the best today, and they will be the best tomorrow. Because we have the best scientists, we have the best doctors. Not just the smartest doctors, but doctors with a big heart like Dr. Luigi. So when we get our message out to the world, we get the greatest products out there, but we also have the best doctors in the world. So my role at Herbalife is to talk to you today about the Asian diet and about the Herbalife products. And as I have said many times in Asia before, the traditional Asian diet is the healthiest diet in the world. Lots of colorful fruits and vegetables, ocean-caught fish and seafood, whole grains, and soy. The same soy that we have in Formula One. But there's a problem today. The modern Asian lifestyle leaves too little time for healthy eating. If you're in Japan or you're in Thailand, you may be running to work, you may be taking a car or a motorcycle, and you don't have enough time to eat. So you're running through your life. As a result, you're eating foods that have too much sugar, too much fat, and too many calories. And at the same time, they don't have the healthy nutrition that you'll find in Formula One. They don't have the vitamins, the minerals, the fiber, the healthy carbohydrates that you need to get into the right shape. So here we have the traditional Asian diet, and on the other side, the modern Western diet. Yesterday, as I was coming to this great hall, I noticed a familiar trademark of one of the big fast food companies in the world. And as I saw that trademark, I said, There's lots of opportunity in Thailand for Herbalife. Because while all those food companies are selling those foods, Herbalife is the solution to the worldwide problem of obesity and overweight. In Asia today, we've had a doubling of the incidence of obesity between 1980 and 2006. And it's on the increase in Asia. Here in Thailand in particular, I met with the director yesterday of the National Cancer Institute in Thailand. And today in Thailand, they're having very different diseases here today than they did 10 years ago. They're seeing more Western diseases as they eat more Western diets. So we are well adapted to starvation, to hanging on to calories. But if we keep eating the way that we're eating in terms of fast foods, we're going to end up looking like the pig. So the problem is, worldwide obesity rates are predicted to double in the next 30 years. That means that Asia will have 60% overweight and obesity, just like America. American-style foods have become common in Asia, and people have become too busy to eat the right way. There's not enough time. It's not as convenient, but we have a convenient food. We have Formula One. Everybody can take this every day for breakfast. This is the ideal meal, as Michael said. And what do you think would happen to Herbalife if everyone in Asia took this every day? They would be healthier. They'd have the right nutrition for good health. Now, for the first time in history, there are 2 billion overweight people in the world. And where do you think most of them live? Right here in Asia. So you have a big job to do, but it's not so difficult. It's very simple. As Mark Hughes said, use the products. Wear the button. Talk to people. It all starts with the product. If you will help other people and they get a result, they'll tell people about that result, and your business will grow. So you don't need to know all the details of the science that I'm giving you. It's all really very simple. All you have to do is get the product to people. They'll get the results and tell other people. It's that simple. Now, ShapeWorks is the healthy way to lose weight by replacing high-fat, high-sugar foods with Formula One and protein powder, and eating a healthy, colorful diet along with it. Why is protein important? Protein helps you control your hunger. Protein helps to build your muscles. And soy protein gives you the high-quality plant protein you need without the added calories of animal protein. I take this product every day. When I first came to Herbalife for the first 6 weeks, my belt got tighter. I was able to lose weight in the middle. I started lifting weights and I built muscle, and I feel great and I have a lot of energy. So Herbalife changed my life. ShapeWorks PPP, the protein powder, performance protein powder, personalized protein powder, high quality, low-fat soy protein without the extra calories to help you maintain lean mass. This is the most advanced nutrition program in the world. My friends in Australia that I visited back in February showed me the muscles they built with the extra protein. And you can do this too. And in Asia it's very important because many women try to be too slim and they don't have enough protein in their body to be healthy. And they need that good, healthy protein from soy and plants. So I'm very thrilled to be working with all of you in Herbalife. 1 million, over 1 million distributors in now 62 countries, changing people's lives one person at a time. That person you're talking to, whether it's about their wellness or whether you're in a nutrition club feeding somebody a healthy shake, concentrate on the one person that you're working with at that time. Do a great job with that person. Help that person. Make them healthier. And you'll spread the Herbalife message around the world. Now, to help us to do this, We have the Mark Hughes Cellular Molecular Nutrition Laboratory at UCLA. We stand behind you. I have been in the area of nutrition for over 20 years, and this laboratory has 7 scientists, 7 professors and doctors who work day and night on research that keeps us at the very cutting edge of modern nutrition. We've done the research to show that you can lose weight and keep it off using our program. We've completed research studies in over 100 people at UCLA using products for over a year. But that's not very much considering all the experience that all of you have over many, many years. Herbalife over the last 26 years has treated millions of people around the world. So why do we need these scientific papers? Well, it's to get the record straight that Herbalife is the best nutrition program in the world to keep the world healthy. And we have people standing behind us and the concept of cellular nutrition. It is the most up-to-date concept today, but it's one that was started many years ago here in Herbalife. That to be effective, nutrition must get to all the cells of your body, and cellular nutrition is the concept that gets us there. You get the best products for your overall health, whether you're normal weight, overweight, or underweight. So this is not just for people who want to lose weight, this is for everyone. Now, my role as the chairman of the scientific and medical advisory boards has been to build a network. And we started with a scientific advisory board which contains in it some of the greatest professors of nutrition in the world today. Many of them in their middle 70s, people that were my professors. They look over all of our product philosophies, everything that we're doing, and I tell you they're very excited about it. But in addition to that, we're creating regional medical advisory boards to conduct clinical research and to provide you with a standard training and universal product messages around the world. So 3 years ago, we had just 2 members of the medical advisory board in the United States. Today, we have 15 medical advisory board members around the world. This year we'll get to 20. So at this point, what I'd like to do is to bring on my student, Dr. Luigi Gratton. It's a great pleasure for me to do so. One of the greatest pleasures of a teacher is to hand over the baton to his student.
That's good. That's awesome. Awesome. Dr. Heber, David Heber, the chairman of the Medical and Scientific Advisory Board. I want to talk a little bit about what Dr. Heber talked about and adding to the science that he's discussing. And what Dr. Heber was discussing really is how Herbalife provides balance. How Herbalife provides balance. We have a lot of new people here who are here for their first time and they don't know much about the products. Here, your leadership, who've been in the organization for many years, understand exactly what the products do. They've taken the products. They've felt the products. They understand what Mark Hughes was talking about years ago when he talked about you take the products and you get results. So for all of you who are here for your first time, I want to explain a little bit about why these products are so powerful. And they're powerful for a variety of reasons. But one major reason is the high technology. You heard Dr. Heber talking about how all of the distributors here, for years, you have built the business up because of your passion. Your passion for the business, your passion for the products, your passion for the legacy of Mark Hughes, what he created. And your passion, our job as doctors, is to balance that passion with the best products that Michael Johnson's been talking about. The best technology, the best science, led by Dr. Heber, who's been at UCLA, who's created so many of these nutritional philosophies that we use. So it's about balance. That's what we want to talk about. We want to balance your passion, your energy, with the products, the highest technology we can, okay? So you'll hear Michael Johnson saying, all of you have the touch. You're high touch. We want also high tech, right? Okay? So, why are these products so fantastic? We know from the word Herbalife. Herbs come from plants, right? When we're talking about why Mark Hughes created these products, we know that Herbalife, herbs from plants, were the alternative to the Western diet. Right? How many of you know people who eat hamburgers, fries, and Coca-Cola, and all these different fast foods? I'm sure many of you know those people, right? What Mark Hughes created was an alternative to the Western diet. An alternative which is more healthy. So the plant-based nutrients, the herbal in Herbalife, is basically what drives the power of these products. And many of you didn't know this. Many of you here for the first time. We want to sort of explain, why are plants so good for us? We know that plants, a variety of plants, have different colors, and a lot of these different colors have different types of powerful things they can do in the body. So sometimes, as you'll hear Dr. Heber, and you'll read in his books, there's a certain color scheme to your diet which can take care of certain things. We know that everyone likes to put blueberries in their shakes. We also know from science that blueberries help the eyes. They keep the eyes healthy. We know that tomato has powerful antioxidants in it because of that red pigment and the lycopene. So there's a lot of scientific basis to the colors that we have in the diet. But it basically comes down to the antioxidant power of the products, the antioxidants. And a lot of folks ask, well, what are antioxidants? I don't quite understand what that means. So I thought today we'd do a short little training session on what an antioxidant is. But to understand that, we need to first understand what an oxidant is. What oxidizes in our body? Well, human nature has figured out, basically, that some oxidants are good. When we have a bacteria in our body, oxidants help break the bacteria down. So those are some good oxidants. But we need a balance in our body, right? We need a balance so that we don't want too many oxidants. So the body created antioxidants to help fight certain things. Now, certain oxidants in the atmosphere, in our environment, are bad. Oxidants like the sun. The sun is good for a little bit of time, but for a lot of time it can be bad. It can create oxidation, right? And we all are in the sun. Cigarette smoke. I know none of us smoke because we're Herbalife distributors and Herbalife folks, right? No one smokes here, but everyone knows someone who smokes, right? Smoking, cigarette smoke, is an oxidant. Mother Nature never intended us to have cigarette smoke. Other things are pollution in the environment. We know that we never had these factories thousands of years ago. Nature didn't provide. So these things tip the balance. Too many oxidants, not enough antioxidants, right? And stress. Stress. Everyone knows someone who's stressed, right? We're not stressed because we take these products. We're not stressed because we understand the Herbalife philosophy. But we all know people who experience stress. Stress is a big oxidizer in the body. So these are things that also tip the scale. More stress, more oxidation. So too much oxidation can damage the cells in the body. And that's why the products are so powerful, because inside plants, inside the herbal parts of plants, there are things that protect our cells. And they're called antioxidants. And Mark Hughes understood this 25 years ago. He knew that there are certain components in these products that would help humans. He was way ahead of a lot of doctors in science. So, because we came from Los Angeles, Dr. Heber and myself, we're near Hollywood, I thought I would make a movie, and it's called The Cell. Okay, so we're going to tell a little story about the cell. So all of our bodies have literally billions and billions and trillions of cells in our body, right? So this is what a typical cell, this is a blood cell, looks like. Now, this cell has oxidants. Okay, so oxidants come in and they damage the cell, right? They damage the cell and cause all kinds of problems, all kinds of damage in the cell. So what Mother Nature created was a way to balance that, the natural antioxidants. Those are the happy green faces you see. This is what our bodies have inside of them. So we have oxidation, we have our own natural antioxidants. They're inside of our body. And they basically come and they help us out. They protect so that then they sort of protect the cell from damage so that you won't see a lot of problems with the cells, right? And we won't have damage occurring in the cells. So now, the problem is, this is what Mother Nature intended. The problem is that Mother Nature did not plan for all the other oxidants in the atmosphere. So now we have oxidants coming in, right? Oxidants coming in, attacking our cells, right? And then what we see, basically, other oxidants. So right now you're balanced. Suddenly then you go out into the sunshine and you have the sun beating down on your skin for a prolonged period of time, causing oxidation in the body, okay? And that's bad. We don't have a lot of the resources to protect us from this. So what happens? There's damage to the cell. There's damage. And then what happens? We walk outside and someone's smoking. And we inhale some of that cigarette smoke. Now you've got the sun, you've got the cigarette smoke, and it's beating down on the body's cells. And that causes damage to the cells as well. Because Mother Nature didn't intend for these things to happen, didn't intend for cigarette smoke to be around. And then you walk outside in Bangkok, and there's cars, and there's factories, and there's exhaust, and there's all types of pollution, right? Or you're in Singapore, or Los Angeles, or Tokyo, anywhere where there's industrialization, we see a lot of problems with pollution, and this is another oxidant. Remember, Mother Nature never planned for these things to be around. And so we have more damage to the cell. More damage. This doesn't look good, right? This is not a good thing for the cell. And so what Mark Hughes said was, I know that we're living at a time when there are other problems that Mother Nature did not intend for us to have. We have a lot of damage going on. So, Mark Hughes said, let me create products which will help balance, right? Help balance the oxidants that are hurting the cells. And the products he created, the Herbalife products, are all from a plant basis. And I'm going to show you even the products, the few products that actually come from animal sources, actually have a plant origin behind them. So Mark Hughes knew exactly what he was doing when he actually introduced these products. They had powerful antioxidant capacity. And he knew that we could harness the power of keeping all the good nutrients in plants. It's way ahead of his time. So it was very exciting. But he wanted to make sure we kept it basic and simple. So he introduced some things that were easy to use. Instead of having a cheeseburger, as Dr. Heber was saying, you have the best meal on earth. The best food on earth, which is Formula One. Right? It's an actual meal. This is the meal, not the cheeseburger. This is the meal. We know that all the fruits and vegetables, a colorful array of fruits and vegetables, have different powers. So the blueberries, all the things that you'll read about in Dr. Heber's books, the blueberries, again, they collect in the eyes. And they actually prevent damage in the eyes from occurring, right? They prevent macular degeneration. We didn't plan this. Mother Nature planned this. But Mark Hughes said, let me take some of the powers out of blueberries and put them in the products, right? So I was in Japan. Where's Japan? Is Japan here? Japan? Japan's here? I was in Japan. In Japan, they have a berry drink called the triple active drink, right? Which is delicious. And I had about 10 of those, and it's absolutely delicious, but it's packed with antioxidants from blueberries, right? So they basically do this. Mark Hughes knew this. You all know about the thermo beverage, the tea. It has the green tea catechins in it. These are very powerful antioxidants. They help give that balance, and they protect the cell from damage, right? They help to support protection in the cell. It's very powerful. Also, the aloe vera. Does anyone take aloe vera here? Aloe, right? Everyone knows the power of aloe. A lot of antioxidants in all these products that are from plants. Guarana. Does anyone use the tea, the NRG tea? The guarana is actually a fantastic plant from Brazil, which has antioxidants. So there's no mistake why Mark Hughes brought a lot of these products to market. They were the powerful antioxidant base. They help protect the cells. So plants have more fiber, more antioxidants, more vitamins and minerals. Remember, he took the plants, put them in the Formula 1 shake. They help support the protection of the cell. When someone eats a cheeseburger, that doesn't have the fiber and the vitamins and the minerals, right? So that's why this is the best meal to eat. Helps support the protection of your cells. Basically, I wanted to go back to, again, the idea of balance, how these things provide balance. Most people who live and who are living in this day and age are probably out of balance because of the fact they have prolonged sun exposure, right? Because of the fact that they're out and about and they're seeing people who smoke cigarettes and they're getting some of that pollution and toxicity. So everyone's out of balance. So what Herbalife has done, these products help to provide a little more balance, right? And that's the idea. So when we look back at our cells, we know that plants have less fat, less sugars in them, more of these powerful antioxidants. And I want to go back to exactly some of our products that are from an animal source, right? Does anyone know about Herbalife line fish oil? You've probably heard, I know everyone takes it. You've probably heard, for those of you who are new to Herbalife, you've probably heard of something called omega-3 fatty acids. Those are the oils in fish. There's some research that Dr. Heber's conducting right now at UCLA on the power of omega-3s. We're going to be doing that very soon. And we know that even though the fish are animals, they get their nutrition from plants. They get the healthy omega-3s from the plants that they eat in the water, right? Again, something that Mark Hughes probably understood that a lot of the doctors actually figured out later, right? So even the fish can get its nutrition from plants. So we know that the plant basis, the herbal in Herbalife, because herbs come from plants, helps support that balance and helps protect our cells, right? So it's a lot of the natural antioxidants that we already know about. So rich in antioxidants, they help support the cellular protection, and that is what cellular nutrition is. A lot of you who are here for the first time are going to hear about cellular nutrition. You'll hear about it this weekend, you'll hear about it from distributors, and you'll hear about it from other folks and the doctors. It's a very powerful concept, but it's something that has stood the test of time and makes more and more sense. Okay? So I think of our products as protection. They protect our bodies, they protect our cells, they help support us with a healthy life, healthy nutrition, and a healthy diet. So let's go back to our cell now, all right? So we know, again, we have oxidants that come in, right? All the things, the sun, right? The cigarette smoke, right? All the things, the pollution from the cars, all right? And we have our natural antioxidants. You guys remember the movie. Now, when we take Herbalife, what Herbalife does is it provides the cell with protection all the way around, right? So now the cell is completely protected. It helps support so that those antioxidants can't hurt. And that's basically the idea behind Herbalife, and that's why we have the best products on earth. That's exactly it. Very easy. Mark Hughes knew it. So I want to thank you for your time. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Dr. Heber. Thank you.